Okay. Let's have some fun today. Hi, I'm Chef Shalhoub. And you know what? Everybody likes to be happy in the morning, don't they? Well, what better way than to start the day with a happy face pancake? So I'm going to show you how to do it. It's really cool. And you don't have to make a happy face. You can make a scary face for Halloween. You can make a heart for Valentine's Day. You can put a pumpkin. You can put anything. If you write a note, you have to remember to write it backwards. But I'm going to show you so that way you understand what I'm talking about. First of all, I'm going to give you my basic pancake recipe, which can also be used for waffles. So I'm going to start out with 2 cups of flour. Very gently, I want to level it off. I don't want to pack my flour down. Okay. And then we want to put in a tablespoon of baking powder. It tends to clump, so you have to put it through the sifter. Wow, those are big clumps. So you see how it has little balls there? If you don't push them through the sifter, I guarantee you can stir this thing for hours and the clumps won't come out. So just push it through. There you go. Then I'm going to put in 1/4 cup of sugar. And I need also 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I usually use kosher salt and always level it. Next step, just mix all the dry ingredients till they're very well blended. And you ever hear anybody say make a well in the ingredients? So what's all that about, a well? Just make kind of like a hole, you know, like that. No big deal. And then you want to put in your wet ingredients. So the first thing I want to put in, and it could be the second thing, it doesn't really matter, are my eggs. I'm going to put 2 eggs. So you want to crack the egg on something else and just crack it into your measuring cup. And then you make sure there's no shells, inspect for any blood spots, and put it in. No stirring yet. Crack the next one. So why do we do this? So we don't get shells in our food. Okay. That one looks good, in it goes. Then I want to measure out about 1 1/4 cups of milk. And I want to be very careful about this. If you put too much milk, your pancakes can be kind of thin. And if it's not thick enough, you can always add a little more milk. But when you start having to add more flour, that's when you get into trouble. So put that right in. And my last wet ingredient, vanilla extract. But you can put any extract you want. Now, some recipes call for oil and others don't. I'm just going to leave these without oil. You can use any kind of milk you want, but I'm using 1%. So I just want to mix this up really good. And try not to get the flour outside of the bowl. And if you stir it really good, so you get the lumps out, and so you have, nice. That's just about the consistency that you want. All right. Then what we're going to do, let me just put this down. We want to get a fire on our pan. So I have here a little bit of grapeseed oil. You can use any kind of oil you want, but grapeseed is what I happen to have. And you don't need a lot. You don't want to have a lot because I have this really nice nonstick pan and you don't need too much oil. So just kind of like smear it around. Then we're going to put our fire on it. And whoo, there it went. Surprise is in this classroom. Okay, so in the meantime, while that's getting a little bit warm, I want to get the batter in my squeeze bottle because this is how we're going to make our design. But obviously, you can't just pour it in from here. So we're going to do it the easy way. Put the batter in your liquid measuring cup first. Okay. Put a little bit more. And then from there, it goes into your squeeze bottle. If you hold it up high, you won't get a mess. This is going to be really fun. Okay, and you can buy these squeeze bottles almost anywhere. I recommend, regular grocery store. Here we go. You put your eyes and a mouth. I'm going to do a couple of them. Don't make them too big. I'm just going to make a heart. All right, so you see how that looks? Isn't that cool? Now, the trick is to let it set up and get a little bit brown. So normally when you're making a pancake, you let it bubble first and you flip it over and it's a nice brown color. So we're looking for this to get a little bit bubbly, and then we're going to put some batter on top of it. So it's just going to take a little more time because we want that design to show up on the other side. Once you see how I do it the first time, it's going to be really, really easy. And then you just come up with all kinds of ideas. It's looking pretty good. So then you just pour the batter right on top of the design. And try to make it so it's a nice circle. Now you have to wait for that batter to bubble up. Looking good. Okay, so I'm going to flip over my pancakes. All right. These are looking good. This is pretty much what you want to see. This pan is heating up pretty hot. All right. Okay, let's make one with a message on it. I just put a little drop of oil in there. So when you write a message, you want to do it backwards. Okay, so I'm just going to write hi. Of course, the H, you don't have to worry about that part, but the I has to go on the other side. Okay, so you want to write it backwards like so. Let it set up a little bit. Get a few little bubbles going there. Cover it up. Give it another few seconds. So we got a few bubbles coming up there. So see, you have to write it backwards so that when you turn it over, it comes out the right way. This one looks really good. Main thing is just have fun with it. So you have the basic idea and just go for it. If you feel like your batter is too thick, just add a little more milk and blend it up and you're good to go. And there are your happy face pancakes. And you can make Halloween Halloween pancakes with a pumpkin on it. Or a scary face like this one. Whoops. It just ran out of my hand. I'm going to try one more while I'm just signing off. We're going to sign off with this really scary face. I kind of like the scary ones the best. That's kind of like, that's the fun side, you know? Why make normal pancakes when you can make a scary face? Thank you for watching and have fun. Make breakfast. Too many people don't eat breakfast. I think I'll bite his eyes off. Don't you do that, like with animal crackers? Bite off the head? I'm not happy with the way they look. Listen. Okay, kind of like the first time around, it's a little weird. I think there was just a little bit too much oil in the pan. Okay, so now it looks like it's okay. It's been about a minute, and just flip it over. Oh my goodness. My happy face pancakes look kind of sad.
Oh my gosh.
What's going on?
Oh
Like
Those are darker than the other
scary happy face pancakes. This is not working.
Oh my lord.
What is
Those
wrong?
are even darker than the other one.
I know.
Holy crap. I'm afraid to touch it.